How's it going? I'm Daniel Garbez, and today I'm going to try to give you some tips and pointers on one of my favorite flat bar tricks to do, the backside board slide to backside feeble grind. So this trick is a combination of two different tricks that you need to learn to be able to perform this, which is the backside board slide, and you're also going to want to learn the backside feeble grind. And the main key trick to it is being able to comfortably go from board slide, pop into your feeble grind without going completely over the rail. So once you get comfortable with handling a board slide as far as you can go, typically it's best to learn this trick on a full length of a rail, because you want to give yourself plenty of time to learn to adjust from one to the other. You're going to get into the rail going parallel but just slightly at an angle, and the reason is when you get into your board slide, you're eventually going to want to start shifting your weight over to the other side of the rail, and with that your feet should be like this over the bolts. And what you're going to do in order to get it to shift over for you is you're going to push down, and in front of you with your front foot start tilting your back foot into place, and you're going to point with your front foot towards where you're going to want to shove the board, and in a sense it's going to help lock it right into place. Once you have popped into a feeble grind, typically this is a trick where you can kind of get away. If you have a flat bar, you can get away with it going across the entire length of your axle if you're doing mostly the end of it. The reason I say only just the end is because your weight is still shifting to the other side of the rail, so eventually if you have a long enough rail, you're going to start to dip over to the side and you're going to end up falling off. You want to try to get it to where it pinches just where the wheel and the truck meet, so that way when you grind it, you're able to hold and lock it as far as you can take this trick until you either pop out or completely just come off the rail. A couple of things that go wrong with this trick are when you're trying to pop over, you end up just moving the board. You don't really actually do anything. Another key problem is getting your wheel caught underneath the rail and it ends up tossing you. Another problem is popping too hard with your foot. You want it to pop just ever so minimally into the feeble. You don't want to give it so much effort that it ends up going completely over. Most people, if they make this mistake, they can try to save it by going into 5-0 and just riding it out as far as they can if they can. But typically you want to just get it to where you just put in just enough pressure and lift up the board just enough to where it locks into your feeble, and then you're able to come off the rail. That's really all the tips I can give you for this trick. It's a real fun one. Have fun skating and be safe.